talking about this. I'm making a motion for the policy advice of legal counsel. All requests for legal opinions on behalf of the township shall be made exclusively through the Board of Trustees approved legal counsel. Right now is Frost, Brown, and Todd. Requests for legal opinions may only be initiated by any individual township trustee or the physical officer, the township administrator, or individuals who have been expressly authorized by the Board of Trustees. No other township official, employees, or representatives are permitted to request a legal opinion directly from legal counsel without prior authorization as described above. An authorized township official, employee, or representative who receives a legal opinion under this policy shall maintain confidentiality of all attorney-client privilege, communications, and work product. Such confidential communications and work products should only be shared with the Board of Trustees, the fiscal officer, the township administrator, and any individual expressly authorized by the Board of Trustees. Legal counsel shall not respond to requests for legal opinions unless such requests originate through the approved process outlined in this policy. The enforcement is failure to comply with this policy may result in requests being disregarded or may result in discipline. And I will make that a motion that we move to pass this policy for Miami Township.
Okay. I will second.
I'd like to know, so first of all, I got this I don't know, a few hours ago. So I glanced over it about a couple hours ago and we're made aware of it. What is the goal or what is the purpose?
You got to read it.
Oh, yeah, I read it. I'm asking what the purpose, what are we trying to accomplish?
The goal is to exclusively use Frost, Brown, and Todd for our legal opinions. They're our attorney that we hire. That's our, so we don't go through this hearsay. She called this person, he called that person. We're doing away with all that. All legal opinions from today moving forward will come from our legal counsel. That's what this is about.
So does this hamstring Mr. Brett as far as being the administrator in any way? I mean, there's a lot of things that
administrators in here.
Well, there's a lot of things with fire chiefs and that have legal aspects to it. So I'm just trying to understand how narrow and or specific or how broad this is.
The township administrator, if you read it.
No, I read it.
Or the board, right? The board or the township.
Or the board or you, Cindy, fiscal officer. All right, did you make a motion?
And you think this is you're recommending this, Mr. Ewing?
Well, it is. I think the intent of the policy is just to make sure that there was, a chain of command as far as how legal things are requested. And I think that does help to get consistency because getting inconsistent opinions can be problematic. I think as far as your question about department heads, I think that's definitely a good point. But the township administrator works closely with the department heads, and if they have a question that has a legal aspect, he can administer that. And then if there's something where a larger project where you want the attorney to be working, like for example, collective bargaining negotiations, that's something that you can authorize as and I want to be clear too. This is not I do appreciate you stating our firm being the representative, but the trustees decide who the representative is. So if the trustees would like to seek an opinion from the prosecutor's office or another law firm, that doesn't restrict you from doing that under the policy.
Okay. So would you recommend that all requests go through the administrator so that a trustee would just and department head, really anybody kind of funnel it through there so that you're talking about it being handled consistently? Is that a better approach or not?
Well, I would say it this way. I think that especially in my experience in local government, it is not uncommon for elected officials to have questions that are legal. And and not just townships, but cities, I do get questions on a regular basis.
Yeah, we're not going to take that away
Right,
from
right.
the board. It's not going to
I
happen.
Now,
Right.
you know, and again, you know, one thing to be clear, you know, the confidentiality belongs to the board as a whole. So, you know, there's no attorney-client privilege between one trustee and another attorney. So I want to be clear about that. However, it is not uncommon to get, you know, legal questions from time to time. Well, another thing too, I would just a little specific aspect here. You know, townships, and although townships like Miami Township are growing and moving communities, traditionally they're kind of smaller government. And because of that, even though you have an administrator and you have department heads, it's not uncommon for township trustees to be a little bit more involved. So, you know, I guess the bottom line is that I would not say there's anything unusual from elected officials asking for legal.
Okay, and Mr. Brett, after hearing the explanation, are you in good in general with this? Or have anything before we vote?
I have some concerns that I would like to discuss with Alex about things like, you know, if the fire chief gets an opinion from the Ohio Fire Chiefs Association, do we then send that to Alex, have him review it? You know, how deep in the
What are you talking about?
we get opinions from the Ohio Fire Chiefs
You're in
Association.
here as a township administrator, but you can do
Well,
that.
I'm saying we got those before, and we may get them in the future.
Okay, but
Do
you
I send
bring
it to Alex and have him approve it? Because it then becomes legal advice, so it's got to come from Ross, Brown, and Todd. May not be Alex, may not be his area of expertise, but somebody there
Yeah.
will understand it. And you know, and just how deep in the woods do we go with what's legal, and you know, defining that. And there's just a lot of things I would like to talk to Alex about it. But
Well, you can. We got a motion pending, and we're moving forward. So we can always go back if we have to alter it, we can, or amend it, we can. But right now, I'm standing by my motion that's read into the record. Mr. Bullrath has seconded it. And Ms. Ozier?
All right, Mr. Ballramp?
Yes.
Mr. Blanton?
Yes.
Mr. Robinson?
I guess yes, but I guess we'll keep an eye on it. I'm trying to still get my head around it.
All right.